Ladies and gentlemen, this morning we are recognizing graduates of the School of Building Sciences and the School of Human Studies. Interpreting this morning's ceremony is Heidi Taus, and today's convocation ceremony will be simulcast in the Student Center located downstairs on the first floor and in the Wilkinson Lecture Theater located across the hall from the gymnasium. I would remind the graduates that they are to return to their seats once they have received their diplomas or certificates until convocation is completed as a courtesy to others. We understand that some of you may wish to take a picture of your graduate at the eventful moment. If you do, okay. If you just, yeah. If I could just ask people to sit down while we respond to this, please. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. As I was saying, we understand that some of you may wish to take a picture of the graduate at the eventful moment. If you do, I ask that at the appropriate time you go by way of the back of the hall, down the side aisle to your left, which is to my right, and wait in the alcove on the side of the wall so that you are not obstructing the view of other members of the audience. There is a section right here for taking photographs. It is now my pleasure to introduce Stuart Wright, Chair of the Board of Governors, who will officially open convocation.
Thank you, John. It is my privilege to declare the 46th convocation of Loyalist College officially open. Well, in that case, now can you hear me? I'll try the other microphone. Obvious. Can you hear this one? Obviously, we're off to a roaring start. Hopefully my comments will not be as exciting as my colleague John McMahon and the impact it's had on some of the audience. I'll start again. I declare the 46th convocation of Loyalist College officially opened. That wasn't the good part. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I welcome each and every one of you to this wonderful occasion and extend a special welcome to our distinguished guest of honor, Vern Haggerty, and to our graduates, the Loyalist College graduating class of 2013. Today is your day, and we celebrate your achievements with you. We're gathered together to celebrate the awarding of certificates, diplomas, and those receiving these documents today have every right to feel exceedingly proud of these accomplishments and to enjoy the recognition of their success from family and friends. What you have achieved here at Loyalist provides you the key to open the door to a most wonderful future. Today at Loyalist is the culmination of many choices you made, beginning with your decision to enroll at Loyalist. You chose your programs. You chose to work diligently when you could have been doing many other things, including visiting the Shark Tank. You worked exceptionally hard. You chose to excel, and now you're about to receive the formal recognition of your success here at Loyalist. It truly is a wonderful day in your life. And I'd like to take a brief moment to share with you some views on how to best build on this. I also want to point out, too, that today is the day that recognizes the success that you've received in working with the teaching staff here at Loyalist, who we as a board think is one of the finest teaching staffs in post-secondary education in Canada. You were dealing with some exceptional professionals. As you enter the workforce, you're going to have documentation that attests to your knowledge and skills. That documentation is going to get you in the door. But from then on, your success rests solely with how you present yourself to your employers, your clients, your customers, the people you work with. Throughout my career in business, I met many, many young graduates starting out their business lives. What I came to understand over time is that those that succeeded all had the same traits in common. They were hard workers, they were team players, they were positive influencers, and they were curious to learn all they could about the organization they worked for, which allowed them to be a true resource. Unless you're independently wealthy, you always remember you work because you have to. You work because you want a roof over your head, you want a car to drive, you want food in your refrigerator. This allows you to make choices as to where and how you will live. So if you have to work, do everything you can to make it a positive experience. Set yourself apart. As Loyalist graduates, set yourself apart. Be the employee that can be relied on, that can be counted on, that's always punctual, that is the go-to person at the place of employment. Be the role model for everybody in your organization. Talk to your leaders. Understand what's expected of you, know exactly what's expected of you, and then do it. Today, you're joining a group of Loyalist alumni that now numbers over 35,000. Amongst that group are a very successful group of people who've excelled in a wide range of fields locally, provincially, across our great nation, and in fact around the world. And one of the things Loyalist graduates tend to do is not forget Loyalist. They come back, and a great many of them become significant contributors to the Loyalist Foundation. The financial support for much deserved help for many students. I encourage you also, when you're able, to support the Loyalist Foundation and in that way help future students achieve their dreams. Well, enough for me. I leave you with the thought that now you are armed with your Loyalist diploma or certificate. Do all you can to make yourself, your family, and Loyalists proud. You've earned this day, and now it's up to you to use what you've worked so hard to achieve as a member of the graduating class of Loyalist College 2013. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Chair Wright. How was that? Here fine? I would now like to call upon President Piercy, who will address the graduates and introduce our speaker for today. President Piercy.
Thank you, John. Chair Wright, Mr. Haggerty, Reverend Timpson, members of the Board of Governors, distinguished guests, Loyalist colleagues, graduating class of 2013, family and friends, good morning and welcome. We have a number of special guests with us this morning, as at every convocation, but I would like to take a moment with your indulgence to mention two very special colleagues who are joining us this morning. I've had the privilege for the past 4 years of serving as Honorary Colonel for 8 Air Communication and Control Squadron at CFB Trenton. The Gypsies, as we are affectionately known, are a unit of highly skilled men and women who can set up and provide air traffic control for a networked airfield pretty well anywhere there is solid ground on the planet. As far as I know, we can't do it in midair yet, but whether it's on a chaotic airfield in Haiti in support of a humanitarian mission, or 750 kilometers south of the North Pole at CFS Alert, they are exceptional people who often have to leave their families on very short notice to perform their important work. My commanding officer, Major Jeff Sumlansky, is not able to be here this morning, but very capably representing the unit are Master Warrant Officer Stefano Blenis and Master Warrant Officer Paul Worthington. I know there are many in today's audience who are members of the Canadian Forces or who have friends or family members who are. I'd like to ask my colleagues to stand and please join me in showing our appreciation for these wonderful individuals. Thank you for showing our appreciation for these wonderful individuals and the important work they and their colleagues do every day for us and for Canada. As Chair Wright has said, Convocation is the ultimate celebration in the life of Loyalist College. Successful convocations are the result of the efforts and careful preparation of many members of the college, who all take great pride in their roles in preparing the campus and the program for today. Special thanks to our Director of Enrollment Services and Registrar, Laura Nauman, and her staff, my office staff, and our Facility Services team, who have worked diligently for the past several weeks to make our campus look wonderful inside and out. The only thing we can't control is the weather. They've made a very important contribution to your day, as have many others. This has been another wonderful year at Loyalist with many highlights to remember and to celebrate. Outstanding awards earned by Loyalist students, faculty, and graduates, ongoing developments on campus, including valuable support from our community partners who are helping us complete and equip the Sustainable Skills, Technology, and Life Sciences Center, and so many more. The Skills Center project has earned the Silver LEED certification, designating leadership in energy and environmental design. And as the college moves closer to achieving our capital campaign goal of $6 million, we acknowledge many wonderful municipal and other community partners who've helped us with donations of time and talent. Important support for the college is also reflected in a partnership established with the W. Garfield Weston Foundation. The Weston Foundation is working with Loyalist on a pilot project to provide important student financial assistance for 60 individuals over the next 3 years who choose to study in a skilled trades area. And the most important highlight of the year, graduating students, your individual success. Members of the graduating class, in a few moments, you will receive your certificate or diploma. My heartfelt congratulations to each of you. I too am a Loyalist graduate and very proud to be so. You did it. It's important to remember that you have not accomplished this very important life achievement, the attainment of a post-secondary credential, all on your own. Look around you. There, as they have always been, are your parents, your exceptional and dedicated Loyalist professors and staff, significant others, children, relatives, and friends. Now, I know we haven't been sitting very long, but I'm going to ask you to please stand and join me in giving all these wonderful people a standing ovation. They deserve it. Thank you. I think it's very important for the graduating students to recognize all the folks that have helped them get here. Graduating students, we are all so proud of you, as Chair Wright has said, and others will be saying to you, and we're here to share your celebration and, of course, to wish you continuing success as Loyalist graduates. I encourage you to feel very proud of your accomplishments, your college, and the future, which lies wide open ahead of you. Feel proud of yourself. You're joining the ranks of many, as Chair Wright has said, more than 35,000 and climbing Loyalist graduates who are making powerful, positive contribution to their families, workplaces, and communities. Feel proud of your college. Thank you for choosing Loyalist. I hope that you will be among the 96% of our graduates who would recommend Loyalist to a friend or family member. That's a very high level of trust, and we cherish it. Loyalist is an outstanding college, and one way we remember that all the time is that Loyalist graduates never cease to amaze us. When faculty and staff pass on stories of graduate achievement, or when grads come back to share their own stories with current students, we all feel great excitement for them and immense pride. You're joining a family today, just as you did when you first came through the doors of our campus. As you head off to your next life adventure, we say, as your family will say, keep in touch. To welcome you to the Loyalist Alumni family, representatives of our Alumni Association are here today to congratulate you as you leave the stage. Our wonderful alumni publication, and we will find your addresses, is called Lasting Connections. I'm confident that you will find, as I have as a Loyalist graduate, that your Loyalist connections are links which will endure and be strengthened throughout your personal and professional life. And last but not least, feel proud of the awesome potential of the life that lies ahead of you. By earning a post-secondary credential, you have armed yourself with a powerful tool for making a significant difference. We have the privilege of living in this wonderful country with all of its freedoms and responsibilities. We each have a responsibility to try to make society better through our involvement and contributions. With the challenges of the world today, in our environment, in the economy, in every arena, your skills and talents are needed more than ever. Be engaged, keep inspiring us and challenging us, and keep your skills sharp by becoming a lifelong learner. We will welcome you back at any time. In closing, again, congratulations. We are so very proud of you, and you should feel deep and well-earned pride in yourself. Each of you has enriched Loyalist and us by your presence here. We're confident you will continue to enrich the Loyalist story with your accomplishments. Enjoy every minute of this celebratory day, and on behalf of the entire Loyalist community, best wishes for a bright, happy, and rewarding future. Thank you. It is now my privilege to introduce our guest speaker for Convocation, Mr. Vern Haggerty. Vern is a 1978 graduate of Loyalist Resource Technician Environmental Program. Immediately following graduation, he began his career as a student inspector of water and sewage at 8 Wing Trenton. Vern has had a diversified career spanning more than 30 years with Defence Construction Canada, during which he held increasingly senior positions. From 2008 to 2013, Vern held the position of Manager, Construction Program, overseeing a 6-year construction program at CFB Trenton valued at significantly more than $500 million. Throughout his career, Vern strived to promote the construction industry and the level of professionalism attainable within the trades. His efforts in this regard were recognized when he received the first ever Defence Construction Canada Customer Satisfaction Award in 1994. He also developed and initiated numerous efficiency improvements, including Defence Construction Canada's quick response tender process and facilities management contract. Vern furthered his own skills by earning a project management professional designation, in 2003. In 2009, Vern was inducted into the prestigious Klaus Werner Skilled Trades Hall of Fame. He received this award from John Malloy, the Honourable John Malloy, Minister of Training, Colleges and Universities, through Skills Canada. Vern has contributed to young people considering skills as a career by providing opportunities for young men and women interested in skilled trades to gain experience in their field by working at Defence Construction Canada. Many of these young men and women are Loyalist students and graduates. In 2010, Vern was nominated by Loyalist for the Premier's Award for Ontario College graduates. I recently had the privilege of joining many Defence Construction Canada senior executives, RCAF members, colleagues, and Vern's family in celebrating his retirement from Defence Construction Canada. I know that even in retirement, he will continue to support and promote careers in skilled trades, and I'm delighted that Vern is joined this morning by his wife, Penny, and his son, Ben. Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our guest speaker for this morning, a distinguished Canadian and Loyalist College graduate, Mr. Vern Haggerty.
President Piercy, Chair Wright, Reverend Timpson, members of the Board of Governors, Loyalist staff, graduating class of 2013, graduates, congratulations. As a proud Loyalist grad, I would like to thank you and your family for allowing me the opportunity to share in the enjoyment of your achievement here today. I am deeply appreciative of the honor being bestowed on me today. Had I not had my Loyalist diploma, I know that I would not have had the career that I did. Your diploma will get you the interview. At our most recent Loyalist College Building Sciences Advisory Committee meeting held in April, I found it interesting that an increasing number of university students I found it interesting that an increasing number of university students have attended university before beginning their college program. This is really an indication of the trend which sees more and more people recognizing the value of a college education and the practical, hands-on experience which it brings. As a Loyalist graduate, you have demonstrated that you have the ability to learn and to start and to finish something. The interview is your one-time opportunity to sell yourself, to stand out from the crowd. With this opportunity in hand, never underestimate the power of presentation and conversation. My message today is straightforward. Your relationship with your coworkers and managers is your greatest tool for success. As I say to my team, Monday to Fridays, we spend more of our awake time with each other than we do with our families, so let's get along. The workplace should be somewhere you look forward to going to. And of course, it can be if we as individuals decide to make it sure that that is the case. Enhanced relations. Working together can achieve mutual benefits. It's the people around you who will really make a difference. Networking creates success. Becoming a community partner can also enhance your career. You need to be able to converse and relate to others in whatever situation you are in and in whatever venue. Think professionally, respect globalization and all nationalities and cultures you encounter. Showing others respect will invariably have the same result of others showing you the same respect. As the Echo generation, make your career portfolio a reflection of your goals. Take every opportunity to build all the skills you can. Although our global economy continues to heal, headwinds remain, and there are still many hurdles to overcome before the global economy is fully stabilized. Your competency profile needs to include knowledge and expertise, communications, results, focused approach to innovation, teamwork, and collaboration. To demonstrate the effectiveness of positive business relationships, I'd like to provide you an example of how Defence Construction Canada made considerable financial savings on the company's construction projects. In the mid-1990s, we embraced partnering. Partnering in the construction industry isn't a new idea, it's just a good old-fashioned business philosophy that is useful on a day-to-day basis. Partnering is a structured way for all key parties on a project to meet and commit to how a project will be run. Partnering does not change or affect the contract documents, but partnering does help define and manage expectations and relationships throughout the project. Essentially, partnering focuses on the core principles of alignment, communication, decision-making, and issue resolution. I like to say it's like putting the handshake back into construction. On 2 recently completed aircraft hangar projects at CFB Trenton, partnering produced a 37% reduction in change orders compared to our corporate Canada-wide 3-year national average. On these 2 projects, we achieved a savings of $5.1 million, largely as a result of people working together. As the late, great Vince Lombardi said, individual contributions to a group effort, that is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, a civilization work, and if I may add, a construction project work. Whether you are working on a multi-million-dollar construction project or working as a child and youth counselor to empower children, the impact you have on the behavior of others and the impact their behavior has on you are paramount. Develop an awareness of how generational diversity influences motivation. Effective leaders learn to understand individual preferences and tendencies, and they recognize how attributes like generational diversity can influence motivation. Watch for industry leaders from across the country who have formed organizations. What they're talking about today may become the norm 5 to 10 years down the road. The growing demand for skilled labor requires comprehensive labor market information. Make it a priority to input as a reminder on your e-calendars review job market forecasts. As a project manager who believes in applying matrix management, I'd like to give you some feedback on what to expect when showing up for work at your new job. Our human studies graduates might call this cultural conditioning. Your parents are more likely to say, "Welcome to the real world." Don't expect to be immediate heroes and heroines. Expect a lot of feedback on a daily basis. Don't expect that you will rise to the top immediately. Don't think that you are going to get credit for everything you do. Expect to thrive in uncertainty, take initiative, and respond with resilience when your ideas fall short. Learn the art of anticipation. Be able to think long range. Don't expect everything to be immediate like a video game. Take the time to reflect and check your work as you move along. Go with your gut feel. God gave it to us for a reason. Watch, listen, and learn from experienced coworkers. I have been very fortunate in my career as I was able to find daily learning opportunities. Being able to review real-life scenarios with other professionals is very helpful. And whether you are called Echo Boomers, Generation Y, or Millennials, you are a reflection of the sweeping changes in Canada over the past 20 years. You are the first to grow up at home with computers at home in a 500-channel TV universe. You are multitaskers with cell phones, music downloads, and instant messaging on the internet. As 2013 graduates, you are the most sophisticated generation ever when it comes to media, totally plugged-in citizens of a worldwide community. As the most diverse generation ever and the most tolerant, you are a generation that has long aimed to please. In your demographic, rules seem to have replaced rebellion. Convention is winning out over individualism. Nothing could be more anti-boom than being a good team player, right? Fitting in. Worry less about leadership than followership. If you go into a public school today, teamwork is stressed everywhere. Team teaching, team grading, collaborative sports, team leaders, the list goes on and on. In summary, begin with the end in mind. Recognize the benefits of a collaborative partnership and how your relationship with your manager and coworkers can be a tool for success. As employees or entrepreneurs, make a difference. To the employers in the audience here today and to our future hiring managers, give our new graduates an opportunity. I will always be thankful to the person who gave me that chance. To my fellow alumni, forget your limits and believe in your dreams. You can accomplish great things every day by striving to achieve them. Graduates, today Loyalist is our college, tomorrow is your future. Congratulations.
Well, I'd like to thank Vern for joining us today and delivering such a memorable and meaningful message to you, the graduating class. Also, I'm pleased to announce that the Board of Governors, by virtue of the authority invested in it, has authorized me to award Vern the highest tribute of Loyalist College, an honorary diploma in applied arts, in recognition of his outstanding contribution to Loyalist College, to CFB Trenton, and to the Quinte region as an advocate for promoting skilled trades, for supporting students, and for his important contributions as an industry leader. Loyalist College is privileged to have Vern address Convocation 2013 and accordingly pays to him its highest academic compliment.
I would now like to invite Mrs. Rosemary Brooke, President of the Loyalist College Alumni Association, and Vern, we're going to ask you to come back up. In 1998, the Board of Governors approved the establishment of the Hugh P. O'Neill Outstanding Alumni Award in recognition of Mr. O'Neill's leadership as chair of the college's Foundations for the New Millennium campaign. The award is intended to recognize a graduate of Loyalist College who has made an exceptional contribution to his or her community through professional, community leadership, or through volunteer service. This year, I'm pleased to announce that the recipient of the Outstanding Alumni Award is Mr. Vern Haggerty, a 1978 graduate of the Resource Technician Environmental Program. And some of this will sound very familiar. Vern has recently retired from Defence Construction Canada, where he held increasingly senior positions, and most recently manager of 8 Wing Trenton's capital construction program with Defence Construction Canada. As you know, Vern was nominated by Loyalists for a Premier's Award in 2010. In 2009, he was inducted into the Klaus Werner Skilled Trades Hall of Fame in recognition of his significant contributions to the advancement of skilled trades and technologies. Vern is also a member of the Building Sciences Advisory Committee at Loyalist College. It is a great honor to recognize Loyalist graduate Vern Haggerty today for his outstanding contributions to our communities in recognition of his leadership and his career, and I would ask Mrs. Rook to present him with the Hugh P. O'Neill Outstanding Alumni Award on behalf of Mr. O'Neill, who could not be with us today. Congratulations, Vern. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the formal part of our ceremony where the certificates, diplomas, and awards will be presented. President Piercy, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for certificates, diplomas, and advanced diplomas by successfully completing curricula offered by the School of Building Sciences and the School of Health Sciences at Loyalist College. They have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded certificates or diplomas in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of Loyalist College, I do hereby confer on our graduates of the Schools of Building Studies and Human Services their respective Ontario College certificates, diplomas, advanced diplomas, or applied degrees, with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
President Piercy, on behalf of the graduates not present, I request that you confer their certificates, diplomas, and/or degrees in absentia.
I so do.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the academic team from the School of Building Sciences and the School of Health Sciences will oversee the conferring of diplomas. During the next part of the program, we will be presenting the graduates who will proceed across the stage to receive congratulations from the President and a member of the Board of Governors. In order that we can clearly hear everyone's name, we ask your cooperation in withholding your applause until each group has been presented. Those taking photographs are reminded to use the designated area to the left of the stage. Graduates will be presented by Jim Whiteway, Acting Dean for the School of Building Sciences, and by Karen Brooks Cathcart, Dean of the Schools of Health, Human, and Justice Studies. I would now like to introduce Acting Dean Jim Whiteway.
Governor Danaher, it's my pleasure to present the recipients of Ontario College certificates, Ontario College diplomas, Ontario College advanced diplomas and awards in construction renovation techniques, civil engineering technician, construction engineering technician, survey engineering technician, and civil engineering technology. Ontario College diplomas. Civil engineering technician. Zachary Andrew. Zachary is also the recipient of the Ontario Good Roads Association Award for academic proficiency to a graduating student from the Civil Engineering Technician program. Zachary is also on the Dean's List. Chez Bellafontaine, Dean's List. Andrew Campbell, Dean's List. Bernardo Cruz Fuentes. Joshua Culp. I can't say that. Ricky Devine. Gregory Fittler. Sheldon Hagerman. Eric Linton, Dean's List. Dustin Mahoney. Daniel McLaughlin. Mason Reed. Emily Turnbull. Benjamin Wiarda, Dean's List. Aaron Wilson. From Construction Engineering Technician, Russell Cates. Joss McCary. Jonathan Plumridge, Dean's List. Jonathan is also the recipient of the Agnes Watson Kearse Award for academic excellence to a graduating student in a technology program. Danielle Rogers, Dean's List. Nicholas Vandenberg, Dean's List. From Survey Engineering Technician, Stephen DeCaro, Dean's List, and Stephen is also the recipient of the Hastings and Prince Edward Area Land Surveys Award for proficiency in fieldwork in the Survey Engineering Technician program. Ontario College Advanced Diplomas. Civil Engineering Technology. Roderick Bateman, Dean's List. Peter Beck. Kevin Cole. Sarjun Elawar. Also graduating, Sarjun is also graduating with a 2-year diploma in construction engineering technician. Ryan Finch. Kevin Harnden. Jacob Lean, Dean's List. Jacob is also the recipient of the Back 40 Enterprises Award for a graduating student who has demonstrated well-developed skills in CAD drafting and a particular aptitude for interest in structural steel detailing and design. He's also the recipient of the Christopher Macaulay Memorial Award for high scholastic achievement in the Civil Engineering Technology program. Justin Murray. Michael Murray. Patrick Parkinson, Dean's List. Tanya Redden, Dean's List. This concludes the conferring of Ontario College certificates, Ontario College diplomas, and Ontario College advanced diplomas for the School of Building Sciences. I'd now like to introduce Karen Brooks Cathcart, Dean of the School of Health Sciences and Human Studies, who will present the graduates from the School of Human Studies.
Thank you, Dean Whiteway. Governor Orrick, it is my pleasure to present the recipients of Ontario College Diploma and Awards in Developmental Services Worker. Deborah Allen, Dean's List. Jessica Allen, Dean's List. Marvar Ballantyne. Creeman Begum, Dean's List. Stephanie Brooks, Dean's List. Monique Brown. Patrice Breckner, Dean's List. Rebecca Kearney, Dean's List. Monique Chartrand, Dean's List. Stephanie Davenport, Dean's List. Laura Delange, Dean's List. Laura is also the recipient of the Eric Caulfield Award for demonstrated integrity, professionalism, and respect for people with handicaps. Renee Ehrenreich, Dean's List. Renee is also the recipient of the Quinte Vocational Support Services Award for providing training and support to persons who are employment disadvantaged and demonstrate employment equity. Cynthia Frangia, Dean's List. Tiffany Ellen Fullerton, Dean's List. Leanne Gall. Lauren Haynes, Dean's List. Lauren is the recipient of the Harry Culpers Award for demonstrating a high degree of commitment and dedication while maintaining a high academic standard and professional integrity. Chrisanne Harding, Dean's List. Rachel Hardy, Dean's List. Jennifer Healy. Pamela Henderson, Dean's List. Pamela is the recipient of the George Leacock Memorial Award, presented to a graduate who demonstrates initiative and creativity in assisting individuals to achieve self-empowerment and independence. Holly Hoekstra, Dean's List. Holly is the recipient of the Dale Coughlin Award for a student who has made a significant contribution in promoting self-advocacy, self-determination, inclusion, and participation in all aspects of community living. Brittany Ibbotson, Dean's List. Bibin John. Tamara Jones, Dean's List. Rajiv Kuchuvidu Uni. Did I do okay? Okay. Brittany Christensen, Dean's List. Elizabeth McLennan, Dean's List. Elizabeth is the recipient of the Bernard Heidinger Memorial Award for proficiency and leadership in the Developmental Services Worker Program. Deborah McParlin, Dean's List. Adriana Noble, Dean's List. Tishana Puck. Tishana is the recipient of the Community Living Belleville and Area Award in partnership with McDougall Insurance and Financial for a graduating student who has completed a placement with Community Living Belleville and Area and who best exemplifies the philosophy of person-directed support. Brittany Rawlings. Lindsay Scott, Dean's List. Christine Snyder and Company, Dean's List. Christine is the recipient of the Carolyn Orrick Award for a student that portrays the ability to recognize and celebrate people's gifts. Emily Somerville, Dean's List. Sarah Stearns, Dean's List. Ashley Steele, Dean's List. Caitlin Tyne and Sleeping Friend, Dean's List.
It's really asleep.
Kimberly Vellis, Dean's List. Pamela Watson, Dean's List. Mandy Reitzel, Dean's List. Congratulations to graduates of the Developmental Services Worker Program. And thank you, Governor Orrick, Governor Bon and Twitty. It is my pleasure to present the recipients of Ontario College Diplomas and Awards for Early Childhood Education. Megan Beattie. Rachel Broughton, Dean's List. Emily Burton, Dean's List. Emily is the recipient of the Quinte Early Childhood Educators Award for congeniality and commitment to working with her peers. Teresa Canning, Dean's List. Teresa is the recipient of the Pam Kemp Memorial Award for a graduate in the ECE program who is congenial and demonstrates a commitment to working with her peers. Charmaine Crawford, Dean's List. Claire Ellis, Dean's List. Kimberly Fawcett, Dean's List. Ashley Foreman. Eleni Fortis. Caitlin Gravline. Sarah Hunwicks, Dean's List. Leah Knorr, Dean's List. Alyssa Lee, Dean's List. Louise Lightfoot. Sarah Liscombe, Dean's List. Irene McCauley. Jennifer May, Dean's List. Margaret McAdams. Stephanie McInnes, Dean's List. Heather McMurray, Dean's List. Haley Means. Amy Miller. Jessica Miller, Dean's List. Mary Menaker, Dean's List. Nicole Moore, Dean's List. Tiana O'Rourke. Roxana Radu. Christina Ramsey, Dean's List. Heather Redmond, Dean's List. Ashley Rolfe. Noemi Romero, Dean's List. Tanya Sell. Sadia Shafiq, Dean's List. Randy Lynn Shepard. Christina Stanzel. Amanda Vermeeren, Dean's List. Rebecca Waldman. Crystal Wigger. Sarah Wiley, Dean's List. Sarah is the recipient of the Association for Early Childhood Education, Belleville and District Branch Award for Significant Improvement in Placement Assignments. Karen Williams, Dean's List. Alicia Wilson, Dean's List. Congratulations to graduates of the Early Childhood Education Program. And thank you, Governor Bonnin-Twitty. Governor Dyke, it is my pleasure to present the recipients of Ontario College Diplomas and Awards for Social Services Worker Program. Mackenzie Adley Maver, Dean's List. Deborah Beebe Houlihan, Dean's List. Miranda Ben. Samantha Keynes, Dean's List. Samantha is the recipient of the Bayfield Treatment Centers Award for a student who exhibits a strong interest and competence in youth residential care. Rebecca Castles, Dean's List. Jessica Coons, Dean's List. Jordan Cote. Joni Corsell, Dean's List. Ashley Dean, Dean's List. Carly DeLine, Dean's List. Cassandra Dockstader, Dean's List. Sylvia Drystra, Dean's List. Sorry. Kayla Dunn, Dean's List. Karen Ising, Dean's List. Thomas Empey, Dean's List. Keisha Evans, Dean's List. Alyssa Farley, Dean's List. Joan Lee Finley, Dean's List. Braden Flynn. Ashley Graham, Dean's List. Taylor Graham. Sarah Headley, Dean's List. Chelsea Hodge, Dean's List. Karen Hawley, Dean's List. Caitlin Hike, Dean's List. Sonia Wang, Dean's List. Larissa Kitchen. Kayla Karate, Dean's List. Ali Larkham, Dean's List. Aaron Lawrence, Dean's List. Danielle McDonald. Nicole Mahoney, Dean's List. Taylor Maines, Dean's List. Erin Maston, Dean's List. Patricia McGlone. Andrea Meredith, Dean's List. Eric Moniz, Dean's List. Eric is the recipient of the United Way of Quinte Award for the Best All-Round Student in the Social Services Worker Program. Natasha Moon. Nicole Picard, Dean's List. Marla Pope. Shauna Pronovo, Dean's List. Caitlin Purchase, Dean's List. Emily Reddick, Dean's List. Emily is the recipient of the Bayfield Treatment Centers Award for a student who exhibits a strong interest and competence in youth residential care. Janice Renault, Dean's List. Candace Roberts and family, Dean's List. Candace is the recipient of the Youth Habilitation Quinte Incorporated Award for an outstanding student who has volunteered their services to our community. Emma Schick, Dean's List. Melissa Shawnar, Dean's List. Brianna Shank, Dean's List. Jessica Shepard, Dean's List. Jessica is the recipient of the United Way of Quinte Award for Best All-Round Student in the Social Services Worker Program. Jenna Lee Skinner Keith, Dean's List. Laura Soper, Dean's List. Sarah Sly, Dean's List. Stephanie Struthers, Dean's List. Jennifer Sweet, Dean's List. Ashley Thurlby, Dean's List. Allison Tufts, Dean's List. Candace Valakat, Dean's List. Sarah Verlison, Dean's List. Holly von Michalowski, Dean's List. Congratulations to graduates of the Social Services Worker Program. And thank you, Governor Dyke. Governor Brandt, it is my pleasure to present the recipients of Ontario College Advanced Diplomas, Ontario College Graduate Certificates and Awards in Child and Youth Worker and International Support Worker. The Child and Youth Worker graduates, Rebecca Alt. Ian Ball, Dean's List. Matthew Berry, Dean's List. Victoria Buck. Tiffany Burns. Elizabeth Kane, Dean's List. Elizabeth is the recipient of the Doug Smith Graduate Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement. Joel Chambers. Joel is the recipient of the United Way of Quinte Award for the best all-round student in the Child and Youth Worker program. Jordan Call, Dean's List. Kayla Cormack. Danielle Curry. Melissa Daly, Dean's List. Haley Davis. Shannon Dubois. Monica Dumont, Dean's List. Crystal Dunstall. Carrie Dyer. Jessica Gibson. Kirsten Gelot. Dean's List. Mackenzie Heisma, Dean's List. Lindsay Hannon, Dean's List. Sarah Hahn. Kimberly Hillis, Dean's List. Kelsey Hokanen, Dean's List. Ashley Ireland, Dean's List. Leanne Jeffs. Emily Lavender, Dean's List. Alice Little, Dean's List. Casey Matisse, Dean's List. Mitch Mitchell, Dean's List. Jennifer Parker. Jessica Pillsworth, Dean's List. Tricia Poulin, Dean's List. Christina Rennie, Dean's List. Landon Ritwidge. Alicia Chandra, Dean's List. Marie Sorosky and Preppy Young Man, Dean's List. Marie is the recipient of the Amanda Latham Award for a graduating student who has shown perseverance, patience, and courage in overcoming difficult and extenuating circumstances to complete their program. Jillian Stoliker. Brittany Terry. Andrea Tukendorf. Jessica Vieira, Dean's List. Jessica is the recipient of the United Way of Quinte Award for the Best All-Round Student in the Child and Youth Worker Program. Jenna Wagger, Dean's List. Sarah Williams, Dean's List. Alicia Wright. Congratulations to our graduates of the Child and Youth Worker Program. Welcoming graduates of our International Support Worker Program, Vicky Diaz. Gersharan Preet Kaur. Is that okay? Congratulations to graduates of the International Support Worker Program, and thank you, Governor Brandt. This concludes the conferring of Ontario College diplomas, Ontario College Advanced Diplomas, and Ontario College Graduate Certificates for the School of Human Studies.
Please join me in congratulating all of the graduates of 2013.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank the staff from the Registrar's Office and the Facility Services for the work preparing for this convocation. It really is a remarkable undertaking to get everything in place for this, so thanks to them. They did a great job. I'd also like to thank our string duo, Marion Stratton and Linda Minty, and our piper, Charlie Orr, from 8 Wing Pipes and Drums. Thank you, Charlie. Now, everyone is invited to join us for a reception in the Parrott Center immediately following the ceremony, or you can have your photo taken with me if you wish. I now declare Convocation 2013 officially closed. I would ask that everyone please rise for the benediction, the singing of the royal anthem, and remain standing for the processional.
Let us pray. Creator of this universe, may the destiny you have placed before our graduates as educated women and men take root deep within their hearts. May those who have graduated today share their knowledge for the benefit of others and for the enrichment of our world. May their understanding of life be broadened and enriched in the exciting journey before them. We pray that all our graduates here today be touched with a new vision that sees the possibility of making a difference at home, in their community, and in the world. Loving God, keep us from discouragement by providing a beacon of life and hope in even the most challenging of circumstances. May the Spirit encompassing all faiths be with each one of us, guiding our hearts and minds and giving us courage and purpose as we journey on the road ahead. Amen.
God save our gracious Queen. Long live our noble Queen. God save the Queen. Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the Queen.